now, thinking about starting to set up our game, I think it's important that you use the create project game lab option. Okay, otherwise you're not going to have access to all of the required code that you might need. If you build it inside the tasks, then you're restricted to whatever code they give you inside the task. Okay, so right now I'm going to just talk a little bit about game design, okay, and the use of functions, right? We're going to need sprites, and we're going to need animations, and we're going to need some functions to make them interact. So if you remember, we've got our hero and we've got enemies. At the moment, I'm just going to make enemy and hero. Okay, and okay. We're going to put our hero in the middle of the screen, so 200, 200, and our enemy is going to be, I'm just going to make him randomly appear somewhere across the bottom. So random number. It's going to be a random number between, so this is the x coordinates, so it'll be 10 and 390. The next, and then the y is just going to be at the bottom of the screen, so maybe like 380. Okay, I'm just going to make my hero 30 by 30. I want there to be lots of action going on the screen, so I want to leave plenty of space. And in terms of animation, right now I'm just going to create something as like a placeholder to show what our guy looks like, and maybe just give it some direction and just show which direction he's facing. Okay. For that hero, maybe fill it in a little bit. Okay, so our hero is going to be dressed in black. And I'll make a copy, call that enemy. And maybe just for the sake of placeholder clarity, just make that red. Be careful about all this space. You're going to make sure you crop your sprites. Okay, just to make sure you've not got lots of extra space around. That's going to be a problem when it comes to detecting hits. So hero and enemy. We're going to need to put our draw sprites in our draw function, otherwise we're not going to see anything. I'm going to make a background color, just make it something weird to start with, just so we can see what's going on. Okay, I'm missing my coordinate. Always good to run your code and see what's going on. Okay, so there's the enemy, there's the hero, and in terms of the game, there's a few things we're going to need to do. We're going to need to move our hero. You can just see I'm calling a non-existent function at the moment. We're going to have to move our enemies, and we're going to have to detect a hit. Okay. Now, so we're going to need these three functions. It's important that we move our heroes and our enemies before we detect the hit to avoid glitches. If we do things in the wrong order, then we're going to see some glitching. And if you think about it, you would both move before you detected you were hit. Either you're not hitting each other and then you move and you do hit each other. Okay, and so that's kind of the right way to think about it. So we're going to have move hero, move enemy, and to create a function like this, we can put whatever our code in here. I'm going to think, where is my, so I'm going to set it to 0.2. Okay, so hero.point2. Hero.point2, and then we're just going to get the world X and world Y from the mouse. Yeah, so our hero is going to rotate towards the mouse. Okay, that'll do for now. We need a function to move our enemy. Now, our hero is going to always point towards the mouse. Just going to test that. Okay. Okay, function detect hit has not been declared. There we go. And there we can see our hero is following the mouse 360 degrees. Cool. So now our enemy is going to have to move towards our hero in the middle. So it's going to point towards and move at a steady speed. Now, thankfully, I think there is a function that does exactly that. There we go. Sprite set speed and direction. Okay, speed. That could be a random number, maybe between 3 and 5, quite fast. And then we're going to point to, so our angle is actually going to be pointing to our hero. So we've got hero.x, hero.y. I believe, there we go, that should okay. Aha. Okay, hit run, and now got a little bit of an issue. Okay, hero point to, that should be enemy. Okay. And there we go, we can spin around and we're going to be attacked by the enemies. Now we need to do something when the enemy has hit us. So for right now, I'm just going to make a brand new animation. Call it game over. Okay, I'm just doing this message to start with, but obviously you could take a bit more care of this. Okay, so in my code, I'm going to create a sprite. Set its animation. Set it to game over. And maybe we're going to make the hero and the enemy invisible. Okay, so hero dot visible equals false. And do the same for the enemy. Okay, so just to demonstrate 3 functions essential for probably a lot of different games. Okay, now we can run that. So that's happening all the time. I forgot to do my condition. So if hero dot is touching enemy. Then we want to create all this good stuff, okay, but not otherwise. We need a condition. Try that again. Boom, game over. Okay, so we can see our hero can move, our enemy is coming towards it, bam, hits him, game over. Okay, so that is the basic mechanics of a very basic game. Obviously, we now need to add some more interactive elements like allowing the hero to hit the enemies, thinking about adding more enemies, a score, some life. But this is a basic setup. Okay, we're going to move our hero, we're going to move our enemy, we're going to detect hit, and we're going to do something with that information. Okay, in the next step, I'm going to show you how you can make a bit more interesting interaction with your game. Thank you.